channel. This is Beyond Authentic Health. I'm Lisa.
I'm Rufus.
And this is where we are documenting our slimming world journey.
And beyond.
And beyond. So today I'm in the kitchen because I won last week's Choosey. Now if you don't know what Choosey is, it's a thing we do on our live streams every Wednesday evening at 6:30 on this channel. We do a weigh-in video and we each Choosey a random Slimming World cookbook and then randomly find a recipe in it that we might want to cook. And then our audience, they're the ones who pick it. We put up a poll and they decide who wins. This week I won. So I'm using the Take 5 Second Helpings book because it's supposedly fairly quick and easy. 5 ingredients maximum per recipe. And the one I'm using is the turkey and broccoli pilaf. Now, we haven't actually got turkey for this because we went to the shops trying to buy some and they didn't have any. They had turkey mince, they didn't have turkey breast fillets. So instead, we've substituted chicken breast fillets. So our turkey and broccoli pilaf is actually a chicken and broccoli pilaf, but it should taste the same. So then, let's get cracking. So for this recipe, I've actually got 650 grams of chicken. The recipe calls for 750. But we're probably not going to make this for 4 people. It's probably only going to be for 3 meals. So basically me and Rufus and then a small lunchtime meal for tomorrow. I've got 2 carrots that have been peeled and then I've used the peeler to sort of do that with because I couldn't find my grater. I then did find the grater. So that's how I've got the zest of a lemon and the juice of a lemon. I've got 225 grams of rice. And then believe it or not, this is 400 grams of the purple sprouted long stem broccoli. That's what the recipe calls for, but this is a lot. And when you actually look in the book, it doesn't look in that photo. It doesn't look like there's this much broccoli. So it definitely says 400 grams, but that's what we're going for. So then we're going to put the broccoli in the steamer. It does say cook it in a saucepan, but I'm going to use the saucepan for the rice. While that's cooking, I'm going to put the broccoli in as well. So I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And I'm going to put the rice in there. And then obviously I need to bring this back up to the boil. So I'll do that. And then it does say to add a pinch of salt. So I'm just going to put... That's probably a pinch, I don't know how much that is, but a couple of grounds of the pink Himalayan salt. And I am just going to get the spatchy bab spoony thing and just make sure that that rice is stirred. So I then got to bring it to a boil, add a pinch of salt, bring it to a boil over a high heat, stir once, cover and then reduce the heat to low and cook for 25 minutes. Okay, so once we've got that on a nice boil, I'm going to put the broccoli on top and let it steam. So there we go, that rice was boiling. Now it's going to happily sort of, well, I guess cook to itself, I guess. So I will turn that down a little bit so it doesn't boil over. When the rice has been cooking for 20 minutes, so basically I need to come back in 20 minutes then. Okay, so the rice has now been cooking for 10 minutes. So that means the broccoli has also been cooking for 10 minutes. Now I did just try the broccoli and it is pretty much perfectly done. So I do need to give the rice a bit of a stir. I'm going to put a little bit more water in this actually because that does look really dry, doesn't it? I know it's a pilaf, but that almost looks like risotto. So I'm going to put some hot water in there.
No, it's not case cooking where you just put just plain egg in with dried rice.
No, we don't want dry rice. So just put a bit more water in there and I'm going to put the lid on and let that continue to cook down. So I'm going to just put this to one side and then keep cooking the rice. Okay, so the rice has now been cooking for 20 minutes and it says when the rice has been cooking for 20 minutes, spray a large pan, which we've got, with some low calorie spray. So we'll fry light it And I thought, seeing as we've got a sort of, I guess, Mediterranean type sort of feel, we'll use a bit of olive oil spray just for a change. So then we do that, and then I've got to place over a high heat, so let's turn that back on. It feels like this is where everything kicks into gear now. I've got to add the turkey or chicken and stir fry for 5 minutes. So let's do that. So this is, it says you just need it cut into strips. So that's what I've done. Let's get the spatchy bab. So there we go. So we're going to keep this moving on the pan, in the pan. You know what I mean. As we're filming this, we've already done a live stream today. I've edited another video and put it up today. It's been a super busy day today with YouTube stuff. Yeah. Rufus has been busy doing real life errands and getting stuff from the shops. It's just one of those hecticana days, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it says to stir fry this for about 5 minutes. So I do have an alarm due to go off shortly, and that's when I need to turn the rice off. Computer, stop. Okay, so that alarm means it's time to turn the rice off. And it says to turn it off and to leave it untouched. Okay, so this has been stir frying for about 5 minutes or so. As you can see, it's all starting to cook through. So now I have to add in the carrots and most of the lemon zest. So these are the carrots, like so. Okay, so we'll put lemon zest in. Put most of it in like so. Oh, I can smell that lemon. I hope it's nice. So it's a lot of chicken if it's not a nice dinner, isn't it? A lot of waste.
I'm sure it'll be nice.
I mean, you won't mind either way, to be honest, because you can't really taste an awful lot. So as long as it's not sour.
Yeah, I can taste things that are sour or sweet or...
I mean, if worst comes to worst, we can always pick the chicken out and...
I'm sure it'll be nice.
I'm sure it'll be nice though. It'll be refreshing. Right, so add the broccoli, lemon juice and a little seasoning. Okie dokie. Now in the picture there's pepper on it, so I'm going to add the cooked broccoli in. There we go. And specifically it has to be long stem broccoli, so you know, we added in the purple bit just for a bit of added oomph. Well, oops, that bit of broccoli was trying to escape. Should be nice. And then the lemon juice. This is the juice of one whole unwaxed lemon. So we pour that in as well. And a little seasoning it says, so we'll just get ready to add a bit of seasoning. Oops, lost a bit of carrot there. So we'll put a bit of pepper in. I'll put that much pepper. And I won't put too much salt because we can always add more when it's dished up. There's that much salt, I don't know how much that was. But I am actively trying to use less salt in my have less salt in my diet now, so we shall see. And it says lightly toss that around a little bit until everything is piping hot. So we're just really reheating the broccoli, I guess. Okay, so it says to fluff up the rice and stir it into the turkey and vegetables. So let's do that. There we go, fluffy, 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 fluffy. just add this in and then just stir all of the rice through. There we go. That's a good job. It's a fairly big pan. There we go. I'm going to turn that heat all the way off because it doesn't need any more heat from that. Okay, so that is the finished dinner. So I'm just going to serve a couple of platefuls. I do like the fact that the seasoning does seem to have coated the turkey quite nicely, but also I'm wondering if in the book if it's actually the bits from the broccoli that you can see rather than it being just the seasoning. So I did say we'd worked this out for 3 portions, so that's about right, I think. Just put a little bit more on there. And a little bit
Was it not a meal thing for like 4 or something?
It was for 4, but because we had a smaller amount of chicken because we couldn't get the turkey, I've just scaled down the portions ever so slightly. And then the finishing touch is to add on the last bit of zest, apparently. We sprinkle that on. What is it you say, like Salt Bay?
Yeah.
Do I have to like chuck it off my elbow or something?
Yeah, something like that.
So there we go, there's yours, there's mine, and we are done, and there's a little bit left for tomorrow for lunch. So then, that is our finished turkey, chicken and broccoli pilaf. Let me know down in the comment section what you think.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll let you know exactly our thoughts, our final thoughts, when we've eaten. So then, Rufus, you've nearly finished yours. What do you think?
I'll say it's nice. It's everything that I would normally eat on plan. And like I say, having the brown rice, I quite enjoy brown rice because sometimes it's a little bit more to it than white rice. But other than that, like I say, and a bit of the citrusy sort of tang to it, I can't really tell a lot else.
I've got to say, I won't be in a rush to have it again. And I think that that's actually all I want. I don't even think I want to finish it. There was nothing offensive about it. It's just very, very bland.
Yeah.
The only flavour...
Not just me then.
No, the only flavour you get is the lemon juice.
Yeah.
But then when you're eating the rice, there's not a lot of flavour to the rice. The broccoli, I love broccoli, but you can't really taste the broccoli. And so, and again, with the chicken or turkey, it might have been better with turkey, actually.
Stem broccoli, though, we like it just popped in the air fryer better than
steamed. So overall, I've got to say once again, I thought it was very, very bland. I wouldn't be in a rush to have this again. I've got to say, in all honesty, I would happily eat all of that again, just not in this combination. I love chicken breast or turkey breast. I love long stem broccoli, and even the purple one. I really like broccoli. I love carrots. I love rice. I did not enjoy that at all. What would you give it out of 10, Rufus?
Honestly, a 3.
Yeah, I think I would give this maybe even a 2 out of 10. And that's being generous. But there you go. You can't win them all. Not to our personal taste, but it doesn't mean that you might not try this and absolutely love it. But anyway, next week, we'll be doing a whole different Choosey recipe. And that's the fun of this part of our live streams. But that's going to be it from us. Overall, I think that's our first disappointment, isn't it, on Choosey?
Yeah.
Proper disappointment.
I'll say, but we're getting to, like say, go through the recipes bit by bit.
Yeah.
And try all of the ones that we've looked at some point and never made.
Yep. I'm glad we gave it a go. Yeah. And that's the point of this, isn't it? Trying some different things.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's our opinion. Let us know yours down in the comment section. And as we always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and...
happy choosing.
Happy choosing. Just not this one.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.